One thing I've heard many times over my years in doing this is guys talking about good wins and bad beats. I'm sorry. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. There is no gray matter. It's black or white. You win, you lose. There is no in between. However, I will freely admit that there are some games that when you lose them are more agonizing than others. And anybody that bet on the Denver Broncos last night, you know what I'm talking about. Now listen, I gave you a free pick winner yesterday on the Broncos and Patriots over. Halftime, I was a little concerned with that play, but naturally, I cash in with the play. That's 16 out of 19 free NFL and college football selections I've cashed in for you over the past 3 weeks. So the freebie one for me, but I know a lot of you guys were on the Broncos last night, and you're celebrating. You're up 24-0, right? And then you see the Patriots just totally dominate the second half of the game. But then, surprise, surprise, you're in overtime. It's 31-all. You're back in the game. But then the Patriots are starting to drive in OT, and you're thinking, oh man, here it is. Tom Brady, he's got the ball, under 4 minutes to go. They're going to get in range for a field goal. But the Broncos defense holds. And you're going, hey, Peyton is going to get the ball back, a couple of timeouts, 3:20 left on the clock. We're going to win this damn game because the line was only 2.5. And even if you got 3, you were wisely buying down the half point in that particular case, right? So you're sitting there going, just give me the field goal. I'm going to walk away with the win. And then you hear the announcer saying, Wes Welker back there to return the punt. And I'm going, listen, I haven't watched the Broncos exclusively this year. And I'm thinking, is Wes Welker always returning the punts? But I thought, God, Welker's really played lousy in his big return to New England. And I'm watching the punt, and I'm watching Welker, and I'm going, why hasn't he waved this one off? Why hasn't he called for the fair catch yet? All of a sudden, of course, you know what happens. He calls for the fair catch kind of late. The ball hits Tony Carter, recovered by the Patriots. They kick the field goal, and you're sitting there going, how did I lose that game? I mean, seriously, how did you lose that game with the Denver Broncos? So Shawn Michaels, of course, had the Denver Broncos last night. It was a 100-dime play. And listen, what can I say? Shawn, 11-1-1 with 100-dime plays over the past 2 weeks in college and pro football combined. 41-16 with 100-dime NFL releases over the past 4+ years combined. But this is why they call it gambling, guys. There are no guarantees. And I've often said that the breaks even out over the long run, both positively and negatively, sometimes they do even out. Because, as I pointed out to Sean this morning, you did win that 100-dime play in Auburn against Georgia a couple of Saturdays ago, which you had no right in the world to win on the immaculate, not the immaculate reception, the immaculate deflection, they're calling it, right? Well, you got payback last night, but still, what a crazy, crazy game. I mean, but what do you expect on a day in the NFL when you have a tie? You have a Carolina team, which I hope you bought the half point down there and walked away with the push, as they were pathetic for most of their game against the Dolphins. I mean, it was a strange, strange day. But hey, look, that's yesterday's news. We got Monday's action. An interesting game tonight, San Francisco and Washington. I'm kind of surprised, because I'm the only handicapper at the site that has a big play on the game tonight. I mean, a lot of guys have big plays on the totals, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But, I mean, I'm looking at this game, and, I'm just thinking, God, this one's easy. Seriously, that's how I look at this particular game tonight. And now, I have won 5 of my last 6 football plays dating back to last Monday's winner on the Panthers, and that was a 5-dime play. And I've got a 15-dime play tonight, which may not sound sexy like guys that have 100-dime plays, but when you consider that 99.9% of my plays are rated between 5 and 15 dimes, it doesn't get much bigger than this. And with these 15-dime plays so far this season, I'm 8-3-2. And that's the record here at the site. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, as I always am. In reality, I'm 10-3 with those plays because I count it as a push here on the site. The Saints win against the 49ers last Sunday. And I count it as a push on the site here when the Broncos played the Oakland Raiders in that Monday night game earlier this season. So for record-keeping purposes, 8-3-2. Personally, and I think most of you are as well, in reality, 10-3 with those 15-dime plays. Anyway, I love the game. What can I tell you? And I mean, I've had a nice run of football winners here, and it's going for football winner number 6 out of 7. And it's my favorite game of the entire weekend, college or pro. Now, listen, Other guys here, I wanted to talk about the total for tonight's game because a lot of guys have big plays on the total, and I want to give you a little heads up here. Brad Wilton, who has made $10 bettors over $10,700 since last July, going for winning day number 10 out of 14. He's got his 100-dime NFC total of the year tonight on the 49ers Washington over-under. Bigger than a 75-dime winner, number 4 out of 5 yesterday with the Steelers. Bigger than the 60-dime winner, number 33 out of 48 you got on Friday night with Navy and San Jose State going over, which you got for $9.95. Bigger than a 60-dime winner on UAB and Rice going over on Thursday, which you got for $5. Today, you can save $85 off the purchase of this particular play from Brad Wilton, his 100-dime NFC total of the year, by using coupon code BRAD85, BRAD85, B-R-A-D, and the number 85, okay? Now, here's the thing. Scott Delaney, yesterday, improved to a perfect 3-0 with his 100-dime football releases so far this season as he cashed in, who was his play yesterday? Oh, Baltimore over the Jets. A lot of guys on Baltimore yesterday. Wish I had taken Baltimore yesterday. Second biggest release of the season going tonight is 80-dime winner number 4 in a row and third straight in the NFL. He's on the total tonight as well. His last 80-dime total winner, by the way, in the NFL happened to be the Colts in Tennessee over a couple of Thursdays ago. He is on the same side in terms of the total play tonight as Brad Wilton. However, Anthony Redd, and let me just look up real quick here. Anthony Redd, who yesterday, of course, hit his 80-dime play with the Chargers outright over the Chiefs. What a game that was, huh? Tonight, 60-dime winner number 6 out of 8, and he's 3-0 with 60-dime plays last week. He is on the other side of the total. So you got Wilton and Delaney on one side, Anthony Redd on the other. You got Wilton, where you can save $85 off the purchase of his play today by using coupon code BRAD85. If you have one of the guys already on the long-term package, I've now told you, in essence, what the other two guys have. If you haven't made a commitment to any of these guys with long-term packages, buy Wilton's play at the discount, and you know what the other two guys have, okay? I'm just trying to make it a little easier here for you. Okay, let's move on. Hey, listen, if you want to save $25 off the purchase of anything here at the site, a one-time usage coupon today, use coupon code, ready for this, it's a tough one, SAVE25, SAVE25, S-A-V-E, and the number 25. $5 play of the day, there are two of them today. Matt Rivers going for 400,000 star winner number 4 in a row since last Monday, and 21 out of 33 overall. Hit a 400,000 star play in the NBA, his first NBA play of the season last Monday night with Golden State over Utah. Came back with Penn State over Temple in college basketball on Tuesday. Came back with Florida Atlantic and New Mexico State over. Great call, by the way. He said in that particular game on Saturday, somewhere between 65 or, let's see. He said somewhere, let me just double check here. He was real close on that one. He said something like between 64 and 66 points would be scored in the game, and the final was 55-10. I mean, you couldn't get any more on the money than that, right? Anyway, he's got another 400,000 star play just as strong tonight. It's on the Pistons Bucks, and you can get it as the $5 play of the day by using coupon code MAT5, MAT5. And Chris Jordan going for college hoops winner number 6 out of 7, Marquette and Arizona State. You can get it $5 as well by using coupon code CHRIS5, CHRIS5, C-H-R-I-S, and the number 5, no space between his name and the number. $1 bettors up a little over $2,600 over the past 29 days following Chris's betting advice. By the way, if any of these handicappers aren't at the site that you happen to be watching today's video report, remember you can always contact customer service and they will point you in the right direction. So that's what's going on here today. Let's talk about your free pick tonight. And as you know, the free picks, I mean, I've been kind of hot with them, and not just in football, but in everything. And you can see the record on on the homepage of the site for my overall free pick run. I'll tell you what, though, the Redskins and Niners tonight, tough total. I don't know which way to go with the total, to be honest with you. You have a Washington team that can put plenty of points on the board. You have a Washington team that's also giving up 31.1 points a game. You have a San Francisco team that stops everybody. Only 3 teams have allowed fewer points per game coming into this contest than the 49ers. And I mean, look at how the 49ers basically held Drew Brees in check last week, held Carolina to a season low in yards at home a couple of weeks ago. Problem is, a defense that's only giving up 17.8 points a game isn't being helped by an offense that can't throw the damn ball. So I don't know which way you go for the total in this game. I mean, it's a tough price. You know, if the 49ers had any sense of offense, this total would be around 52 or 53. Problem is, it's at 47. Tough total. But I find it interesting that 3 guys have big total plays on the contest tonight. So instead, I'm going to go into the NBA, and I'm going to look at Dallas tonight at home, minus 5.5 points in the second of a back-to-back series, or home-and-home series, with the Denver Nuggets. Now, on Saturday night, Dallas went to Denver. They lost that game 102-100, but what you have to really do is look more in-depth than just the final score. In reality, they were down by 17 points in that game, made a huge comeback thanks to a third-quarter scoring spurt. Say that 3 times quickly. Third quarter scoring spurt. Yeah, I dare you. By Vince Carter, who went crazy with 8 of his 16 points in that third quarter to really rally the Mavericks in that game, but they just ran out of gas at the end, okay? And it showed. This was a team that was playing its second consecutive game on consecutive nights in the high altitude of Denver, and it really hurt the Mavericks that the night before they were playing Utah at home, and they were up big. They had like a 20-point, 28-point lead at one point. But Rick Carlisle had to put his starters back in that contest in the fourth quarter because the Mavs let the Jazz come way back in that game. So you had tired legs the following night in the high altitude of Denver against a Nuggets team that likes to run. And let's face it, the Mavericks are not young pups with Dirk Nowitzki there, okay? And consequently, they ran out of gas. But it also showed that they shot only like 40.2% for the game, 7 for 21 for three-pointers in the game. And yet they almost won that game because once the Nuggets got up big, Carlisle, who eventually got ejected because he got 2 technicals. I don't know if he got ejected purposely to try to spur on his troops. It didn't work, but later in the game they did rally by switching to a zone defense, and Denver was quite content just to shoot threes. Brian Shaw, a little pissed off after the game because his team, instead of being aggressive and attacking the hoop, just was content to fire the three-pointer the rest of the game. Now, you have a Nuggets team that is 1-4 on the road. They've allowed 115 points at Oklahoma City. They've allowed 122 points at Houston. They've allowed 114 points at Phoenix. You got a Mavericks team that sucks on the road, but now has had over 24 hours to recuperate and is back at home when they're a perfect 7-0. They've scored at least 103 points in 6 of those 7 wins. They're averaging 111.4 points a game at home this season on 50% shooting from the field. Monta Ellis, who's leading the team with a little over 23 points a game and scored 26 Saturday at Denver, is averaging 26.6 points a game. Dirk Nowitzki had 27 on Saturday. He's averaged 24.3 in the last 6. Even though the Mavs are going to get beaten on the boards for a second straight game by the Nuggets, and it is somewhat disconcerting that Samuel Dallenberg, their only true center, is playing with sore ribs. It really affected him in the loss at Denver on Saturday when he only had 3 points and 3 rebounds in 21 minutes, even though he's banged up and they don't have anybody else to play the post other than Dwan Blair, who did have 8 rebounds in that game. I'm going to go with Dallas in revenge to maintain its perfect record at home. I think that, it was more a case, as I said, of the tired legs hurting the Mavericks in the first game. I think in the rematch, you got to take Dallas. You're laying 5.5 points. I mean, to me, anything under 7.5 in this game was a bargain basement price. That's going to be your free pick for today. Good luck, guys, and I will do this once more with you on on Tuesday, and hopefully we won't have another crazy game like last Monday's with the Panthers and the Patriots, and yesterday's primetime attraction with the Broncos and the Patriots. I mean, strange games. Think about it this season. Patriots and Carolina, you know how that one finished. Patriots and Broncos, you know how that one finished. Patriots and Saints, final 5 seconds, Tom Brady, touchdown pass to win it for New England. Patriots and the Jets, the overtime loss. I mean, do the Patriots specialize in playing in these type of games this season, driving bettors, gamblers crazy? I mean, it's really strange when you think about it. You think Bill Belichick had a smile on his face yesterday? You think Bill Belichick has ever smiled? Just a thought. Okay, guys, good luck. Talk to you again tomorrow.